What is up, my love? Thank you so much for tuning back into another video. I hope you're having an amazing Saturday thus far and that you've had an amazing week and the trend continues on into a beautiful rest of the weekend. But without further ado, let's head into today's topic. So today I want to talk about the idea of focusing on the next right thing to do. And what this means to me is not thinking 20 steps ahead, aka I have so much stuff to do tomorrow and the next day and the next day and then next month and then the month after that, and then getting stuck in this analysis paralysis mode where you're freaking out and like, oh my god, I can't do all this stuff, I have so many deadlines, there's no way it's gonna happen, I'm just gonna give up and quit and lie in my bed and crawl into a ball and cry. No, that is not what you do. What you do is you focus on what the next right thing to do is today. It's good to plan, trust me, I'm a planning girl, I love my plans, I love my schedules, I love my routines, but when you focus too much on the future-oriented stuff, then you get so caught up in what has yet to be that you're not where your feet are working on what is. When you're not working on what is, you cannot possibly work on what will be because you're not taking any steps today. So when I say focus on the next right thing to do, I mean that you must prioritize what is important to do today because you can only do so much in 24 hours. And I think we always try, I won't speak for myself, I think I always try to fill my schedule with 20 tasks that take really long. Then I set myself up for this disappointment because I only get maybe one or two things done. But that's usually how it should be. The schedule should not be packed from the moment I wake up to the moment that I go to sleep with tasks, with no rest in between, with no accounting for, I don't know, traffic or someone calling me and I have to answer the phone, stuff like that. Because if I pack my schedule so much, then there's no breathing room. It's just task, 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 task until I sleep and repeat the next day and the next and the next, and that sounds exhausting, and trust me, it is, because I've done it before. Not fun, do not recommend. So the schedule should look more like one or two really important tasks that get done in the beginning of the day, when you have the energy, right when you wake up, when you're excited for the day, when you're more motivated to work on something that's more difficult, rather than leaving it for later on in the day. Because after we eat and we're up and about and we're using our energy and we're in the sun, we get exhausted, we get tired, we probably take a nap, which you should do. Naps are great. And then we don't want to do the hard stuff. We put it off till tomorrow. And then that's when all the packing of the schedules happens because we're trying to make up for lost time because we didn't do the things that we said we were going to do. But if we just focus on one or two really important things at a time and prioritize our schedules, prioritize our days, then it's going to be a lot easier to feel like you accomplished something instead of getting to the end of your day, laying in bed and be like, I didn't do anything today and I hate it. And I'm mad at myself for wasting time. And this is most definitely something I had to learn the hard way by trial and erroring and packing my schedule like no other. You should see my list. There's like a million things on there and I just get to the end of the day and I'm like, I can't be everywhere at once. I can't possibly do all of these things. So now I have learned to only do the things that are important to do today, the things that make sense for me to do today. The rest that can wait, even though I'm excited to do those tasks, like decorate my room, they're not as important as, for example, finding a job. Finding different priority levels for things, also being honest with yourself about how much you can realistically do is super important. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you something to think about today about your schedules, about how you're organizing your day, about which tasks you can maybe put off till later that aren't as much of a priority, and which things you can shift up earlier in your day so that way you're tackling it head on when you have more energy and motivation and focus. So I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday and a great rest of your weekend, and until next time, bye!